published 11:03 est, the 1st of December 2017, updated 11:19 est, the 1st of December 2017. Peter Crouch is a columnist for Sportsmail. It only took a couple of seconds. A final check of the words, a signature at the bottom of the page. Job done. But it was a job I appreciated this week more than ever. I'm absolutely delighted to have extended my contract with Stoke, which takes me through to the end of next season. I can't thank the club enough for sorting things out so quickly, and it means everything that Mark Hughes wants me in his squad for another year. The gaffer said it was a straightforward decision from his point of view because my attributes, being good in the air, touch and awareness, have never changed and won't diminish with age. It's not like I'm losing a lightning change of pace, as I've never had pace to lose, but the one thing I'm not considering losing from my life is football. It isn't an option, and I'm going to work as hard as I can to do it for as long as I can. Why? The conversation with Ledley King, who I grew up with at Tottenham, has stuck in my mind. I realise, more than ever, what we do is precious. Ledley battled to remain in the game, but he was tormented by knee injuries and retired in 2012. He's never really got over it. He just kept saying, "Pete, it's the best thing. It's so tough when you retire." The thought of having to do the same scares me. Thankfully that isn't an issue I have to confront, but it won't stop people wondering what I do to keep myself at this level. So, here goes. I'm going to lift the lid and let you know the revolutionary secrets that have kept me going deep into my 30s. I'm delighted that Mark Hughes wants me for another year. It was an easy decision to sign. I grew up with Ledley King at Tottenham and he gave me good advice about carrying on. But then, have I changed since I started out? In a word, nothing. I haven't converted to doing yoga like Ryan Giggs did. I tried it a few times with my missus, but let's just say it wasn't for me. After a couple of sessions, I quickly realized that I wasn't any good at it. I am also lucky in the fact I don't have to fight the scales. I've tried to put weight on since I was 16, but, as you can tell from looking at me, it hasn't really worked. I've put a little bit on down the years, but I don't think I'm where I want to be yet. My natural metabolism is just not to put on any weight. So that means I can eat really well. If you don't carry any weight, you don't put any stress on your joints, so I've been lucky in that respect. I keep being told I'm a jammy BDon, but, honestly, it isn't for a lack of trying. I've tried to put weight on since I was young. This picture is from 2001, but it doesn't happen physically. I know what I can and can't do. I can't go into the gym and do squats with 100 kilograms weights. I tried that when I was at Liverpool, but I kept getting hamstring injuries. Rafa Benitez wanted us to be doing a lot of work in the gym, but I was never that comfortable with leg work. Yes, I could get through the upper body sessions, but the leg weights were too much. I was taking supplements in an attempt to bulk up, but I could just feel myself getting little niggling injuries. I wasn't suited to it. The older you get, the more you realize what is best for you. And what is best? It's simple. Being out on the training ground. It was the same at 16, at 26 and now 36. I just want to be involved with the lads. I know some older professionals have a rest some days and miss sessions, but I don't feel comfortable taking any kind of break. I want to do everything. I want to be involved in everything, whether it is in the gym or out on the pitch. I want to do it every single day for as long as I can. I had a back injury a few weeks ago that caused me to miss 10 days, and, do you know what? It was absolutely horrendous. I felt so weird not being able to train. Horrible. So weird. And it was only 10 days. I don't know how players cope with 6-month injuries. I really don't. One of the things for which I am most thankful is the fact I have been lucky with my fitness. My career took off late and I feel as if I've got a few years left at a good standard. My dad used to say to me, "You'll go on until you're 40, so it has always been in the back of my mind that I would get this far, like Teddy Sheringham did with West Ham. What has helped me is the late start. I wasn't ready for the Premier League when I was 18, so I never burnt myself out then. It was only when I was 23 that my career really started to take off. That was 5 years I missed out on in the Premier League at the start of my journey that I am hoping to put on at the end. As long as I have got what I need, I will be okay for a few years yet, playing at a good standard, and the one thing I have most of all is enjoyment. The moment I hear the alarm go and I think, no, I can't be ad, I'll know it's the time to finish. But I still spring out of, no, I still get myself out of bed, but I'm always up for it. I want to do it every single day. I want to do it as long as I can. What an unbelievable goal. I've watched several replays of Wayne Rooney's strike against West Ham and it keeps getting better. I had the pleasure and privilege to train and play with him for England, and he'd do things in training that would blow your mind. To do what he did on Wednesday, and pull it off so spectacularly, just shows how ridiculous his talent is. The more I've seen it, though, the more my mind is made up that Wayne has never got the credit he deserves. I watched Everton's game at Southampton last week and, when he was substitute, a caption went across the TV screen that said, "Most away goals in the Premier League." Everton were struggling and I started thinking to myself, hang on. Why is he sitting on the bench? I understand his form has dipped at times, but, honestly, I don't know why he hasn't been celebrated more. When he retires, people will say how good he was, but it will be too late then. He's scored 326 goals in his career, and the last 3 against West Ham showed he can still do it. He should still be the main man. There is talk of him dropping into a deeper position, but he will slot in there without a moment's problem. Wayne Rooney proved he's still flying with that hat-trick against West Ham in midweek. You loved playing alongside him, as he's so clever, and his passing is as good as I have seen. He'd put it on a plate for you from 60 yards. The night in 2003 when he played for England against Turkey when he was 18, was one of the best things I have ever seen. But he's not just a great player. He's a top lad. People who don't know him have this perception, but, trust me, he is hilarious, such good company to be around. Wayne is such good company and was always fun to be around. When we were with England during camps with England, there would be times when everyone was just trying to relax, but Wayne would be there, bouncing around, always wanting to be involved in anything that was going on. If the players wouldn't budge, he'd head off with the kit men. It felt like he never slept. If ever the mood was low, someone would say, "What's Wazza up to?" and you'd go and find him. Just being around him gave everyone a lift. He really is one of a kind. Would do well to remember that. There is no way I could let this week's column pass without looking back to the 39th minute of our game with Liverpool on Wednesday. How could I not? I was standing right next to Maim Biram Diouf when he was chopped down by Simon Mignolet, and I'm still trying to work out how Martin Atkinson never sent him off. The decision he made was incredible, and the talk of our Clayton Wood training ground on Thursday. It was a moment that could potentially have changed the game. Maim had gone around Mignolet and was just going to tap into an empty net. If Mignolet had been in goal and a defender had made the same tackle, the defender would have been off. So how did Mignolet not see red? All the talk at training on Thursday was about how Simon Mignolet wasn't sent off. You don't want to say it, though, it was the reason we lost the game. Liverpool are a very good side and were even better when Mohamed Salah came on. His first goal, that volley. I was right behind it when he hit it, and it was in from the moment it left his foot. He is so calm and composed, and you knew he was going to score the third goal. People talk about Liverpool not being solid, but I thought the two central defenders, Dejan Lovren and Joe Matip, were really difficult to play against. They were decent. I know they have come in for a lot of stick, but they were really solid. They are going to be in the top 4, fighting until the end of the season. They didn't hand the trophy over on Wednesday, but it felt like a huge moment in the season when Manchester City scored the last gasp winner. I wrote in my first column about how I felt Pep Guardiola's side had the potential to go on and match Arsenal's Invincibles and Manchester United's 1999 treble winners, the best teams I've seen, if they had silverware. What has really impressed me about City in the last 10 days has been how they have found a way to win. The football they play is sublime, but the ability to dig deep in this league is just as crucial, and they have now shown that quality. Raheem Sterling's late goal against Southampton could prove to be huge in the title race. I remember the great Manchester United sides of old blowing people away like City have been doing, but they could grind and score late on. Every team that has won the league in the last 15 years has found a way of winning late on when they have played badly. City are doing that now. It has been all go this week, and with games last Saturday, then Wednesday, and another this Saturday, all my time has been spent either training or going through recovery at the training ground, and, of course, I took care of my contract extension. Saying that, I have been watching plenty of I'm a Celebrity with my phone on speed dial to get Dennis Wise to do the trials. I was a ball boy. at Chelsea when he played there, and he used to give me grief all the time. So this is my chance to get revenge. Love, Dennis, really. Raheem Sterling he's on fire at the minute, and his winning goals this week against Huddersfield and Southampton look like having a big impact on the destination of the title. He's shown a hunger and desire to get into the box and make the difference that I hadn't seen from him before. The results are there for all to see. I have had Kasabian's backlog on loop, particularly all the classics off their West Rider Pauper Lunatic Asylum album, such as Fire and Underdog. It's been getting me revved up to go and see them on Saturday night. From what I have seen of their arena tour, it has looked epic so far. If you haven't seen them live, you need to go and experience it. The only thing that matters on Saturday is beating Swansea. It has been a difficult few days after the successive defeats by Crystal Palace and Liverpool, but we have not lost focus and everyone at the club is geared up for getting 3 big points.